It's patani guisado or vegetable stew today, and it's made from canned and frozen vegetables. Let's explore how to make this quick guisado here on Channel 1, your place for growing, cooking, and sharing. But first, let's bring this to my man and Grace. You're watching Channel 1 Kitchen and Garden, a channel dedicated to garden to plate experience. In this channel, we grow, cook, and share. Tama. Hello, pagbate, warm welcome. Your kuya and uncle here, Romelo. Look what I just did. You notice the disorder here because I just made this chocolate truffles. Look at that. But that's not what we're making today. We are in the middle of winter, but that does not keep us from enjoying ding, yes. No matter what I post, what's interesting to most are my Ilocano recipes. I'm an Ilocano after all. So we're doing today bean stew, patani and the rest. I'm featuring, by the way, my harvest from last year, which I kept in the freezer. Yeah, we're cooking today bean stew, patani stew, or guisado patani, patani guisado. But I will also include a few, look at this, I'll be adding my few remaining beans which I kept in the freezer. Of course, my ampalaya, harvest from last year, and what's this? Squash blossom. This is not enough, that's why I'm adding canned patani or canned butter beans or lima beans. That's not enough because two other friends are coming. I'll be adding red and brown beans as well. And this is what we need. And as you expected, garlic, onion, ginger, and tomato. And what is bean stew, or what is guisado without pork liempo as sahog? I don't know the English word for sahog. Sagpaw in Ilocano, but do we have an English word for that? I don't know. So let's just have this render. And we continue the stir fry. And in no time, here it is with rendered fat. Yeah, it's ready for the stir fry. We have enough fat here. So I'll start with the onions. There's always a discussion which should go first, the garlic or the onion. But for stew, it's always good to start with the onion, because the garlic, when burnt, gives a bitter flavor, and we don't want that. But the garlic and the ginger can go together. Now we can add the ginger and the onion together. If you notice, my casserole here is very dated. It's old. Help me acquire a new casserole. Don't skip the ads. I can smell the aroma now, and that prompts us to put the tomatoes. These are my best discovery here in the neighborhood. A Turkish store, Mediterranean store, sells this canned lima beans. That's why I no longer plant lima beans in the garden. It's difficult. I'll show you something. Normally, people would use just this, patis, but we Ilocanos use bagoong from Lingayen. I ran out of that. It's time to go home. But I have found a replacement. This is bagoong in paste form. So I'll enhance the flavor further. Come closer, cameraman. by adding some bagoong paste here. Yeah, and get the oil infused with anchovy flavor. I can't put more, but I'm saving this for my next recipe. Can you smell the difference, cameraman? Yeah? Now we add the beans. If you notice, I added the water as well. I'm also adding this remaining few frozen beans, runner beans. My precious harvest. Piman ko namin ng Ilocano. What else? And this. Beans in paper packaging. Now we have a richer color, not just patani, pale, but more. I just add more water, around 1 cup. While waiting for this to boil, I'd like to thank you for joining me here today and believing in our format, growing, cooking and sharing. I also have a second channel. I love traveling and sharing the beautiful places, events and cultures. So don't forget to visit also my barrio, my mundo. I think the link is here and under. We have beautiful, let's say, 4K videos of Vienna, Barcelona, and where else? Yeah, and Belgium, Netherlands, and what else? Of course, my dear Philippines, and Cuba, and Peru. Yeah, and of course Spain, yeah, Spain, and Italy, and Portugal. Yes, it's boiling now. Let's add the patis. Patis. Strictly add the patis or bagoong when it boils. That's what I learned at home. I'll show you my harvest from last year. This is ampalaya. This is ampalaya. No, this is the ampalaya. Wrong mistake. This is the ampalaya. This is chicharo. I just realized this is the ampalaya. This is peas, chicharo. It's too late to retract. So let's add chicharo to our dish. Peas. So it's peas and beans. It's not with ampalaya. Notice that I added it still frozen. Good. By the way, what do you want me to cook next? Just comment in the description box. This should be good. Let's turn it off now and let's bring it to the garden and share it with my man and Grace, Alex, and the neighborhood. See you at the garden later. Of course, our pub dinengdeng. Ano no is Guisado this time? Nga dinengdeng. Tama. Oh, bonen Alex.
Oh, bonen. Okay.
You want to give me a from the bonen. So, anytime, anywhere, there's no excuse from enjoying Guisado nga dinengdeng or Guisado. Look. From ampalaya to chicharo, it turned even tastier. Di ba man? Naman naman mga ron?
Ay, naimas nata. Urehap ko ramana. Naimas.
And thank you for watching and joining us here at my Man and Grace Garden Shed. We'd like to see you again in the next video. Your Kuya Nako here on behalf of my Man and Grace and the rest. Romero. Just a party.